Am I the arsehole for buying my daughter an expensive lipstick? Let me start this off by saying, I don't wear certain makeup brands because I don't like their business practices. The brands that I agree with and like the product are high-end luxury. My daughter started asking to get makeup. I took her to few makeup counters so we could see what worked. I waited a few days to see if she had any reactions or issues with any brand's products. We bought some products. I reminded her to bring things like her eyeliner and lipstick with her for retouches. She has been reapplying those things. One girl, in her grade, asked her if her lipstick was real or fake. She told me about this and I told her to ignore it. Now everyone calls her by the brand name or brand name lipstick. When I discussed this with her teacher, and I understand teachers have it hard, she claimed my daughter pulls it out often and was showing. Am I the arsehole for buying her expensive lipstick? I wanted to do a nice thing and now she's crying. Not the arsehole, but it does sound like your daughter is so wrapped up in her retouches that she's coming across as flaunting it. A perfect time to teach her that there's a time and a place for retouches. It should not be done in class, in conversation or obviously. Retouches are done in a bathroom mirror when the chance arises. You need to teach her that there's a time and place for makeup retouches. Why is her lipstick and eyeliner fading during class? High quality makeup should be lasting most of the day. If her teachers are noticing, then she's disrupting class in order to show off, and that's definitely veering into our territory. Save the retouches for the bathroom mirror after lunch, and keep it in her purse during class. Not the arsehole for buying her nice things. Not the arsehole. Good moment to teach her that she should never be ashamed of who she is. There is nothing wrong with having something nice. Now, acting high and mighty about it if that is what she was doing. Bragging about it is not okay. If so, another good teachable moment for her. But man, never be ashamed of buying something nice. I'd be more concerned that she's thinking about her lipstick in the middle of classwork. Just ridiculous really. Not the arsehole, but it's weird as fuck to tell your 13-year-old daughter to take makeup with her to school. Info: define luxury. What brands, and are you really sure these are drastically more ethical? I mean, there is high-end and then there is luxury, and yeah, it is kind of unreasonable to be spending $75 on lipstick for a child. Honestly, slight, you're the arsehole for not teaching her beforehand not to show off and be obnoxious. It's perfectly nice to get her lipstick, that's your choice as a parent, though my parents had a rule that non-essentials like makeup were to be bought and paid for with my own money if it's not my birthday or Christmas. That being said, a child does not need luxury brands for touch-ups in 8th grade math. If the lipstick is more than $50, she should not be bringing it to school anyway. Children lose things all of the time. Is it really appropriate for a 13-year-old to bring lipstick to school? What stands out to me is that a 13-year-old is feeling the need to top up their makeup in school. Maybe this is just my age and where I live. Not the arsehole for buying her nice things, but damn, why does a 13-year-old need to bring her makeup to school for retouches? She's there to learn, she should leave it at home. If she wants to avoid middle school drama, remove what's causing the drama. If she is pulling out her lipstick and bragging about her Chanel lipstick that costs $50, that's bragging and she will get called out for it. They wouldn't be bullying her, they would be putting her in her place. Not the arsehole for buying your kid makeup, you're the arsehole for not teaching her to be self-aware about it because she's clearly using it for status. Info: have you taught your daughter how and when it is appropriate to touch up makeup? It wouldn't be professional or appropriate for someone to touch up their makeup in a business meeting. Does your daughter know it is inappropriate to touch up makeup during class? You're the arsehole. You should have taught her how to properly use it. If she was putting it on correctly, she wouldn't be screwing with it in class all the time. Maybe give the child some guidance, or if she's just doing it to show off, you should have taught her not to. Or maybe start with tinted chapstick or something instead of going directly to full, expensive makeup. Geez. Not the asshole, but as a high school student who buys shitty CVS makeup and still looks pretty damn good after an 8-hour school day, you really shouldn't need to be retouching that much, let alone in class loudly enough for the teacher to notice. Any half-respectful person I know retouches discreetly or in the bathroom. It's just not classy in the middle of class time. You're the asshole simply for teaching your daughter to bring eyeliner and lipstick to school for touch-ups. Makeup is fun, but you are giving her a world of insecurity at such a young age. Not the asshole for what you did, but your daughter may be acting like an asshole at school with it. Not the asshole, but this is why in the UK at least schools have uniforms and makeup jewelry policy. Many do not allow makeup or jewelry. The idea is to let all kids appear equal without the envy bragging that can come from such things. I cannot see why your daughter would be wearing high-end makeup to school personally. There is nothing you or the teachers can do to stop name-calling. It is not any type of banned abuse, neither racial or sexual in nature. That name is likely to stick with her throughout school now. Soft, you're the asshole. Not necessarily for buying your daughter something nice, but you're also teaching her, whether intentional or not, to be really materialistic, and that elite brands of makeup make her better than her peers. Even your phrasing here comes across as a bit snobbish and holier-than-thou over something as silly as lipstick. You also failed to consider that a 13-year-old is not going to understand the nuance of appropriate time and place when told to touch her lipstick up at school, which is clearly causing disruptions to her education and that of her classmates. Nah, but tell her to quit playing with it at school. You're the asshole for enabling what can become a really unhealthy fixation on beauty this early on. It's one thing to dress up for parties of going out with friends, but she's at school to learn. She shouldn't be this distracted by her appearance. Really questionable parenting. Not the asshole. I would, however, have a conversation with her about the appropriate times to use her products. I would further the discussion to be sure she knows she isn't defined by her beauty, a brand she consumes, or anything of the sort. It may sound silly, but reminding her that her worth is more than skin deep is important, especially at that age. And remind her that kindness goes so much farther than hate. ETA, I'm a teacher here. Your daughter for showing off and bragging about her expensive item. If it's so expensive, I'm surprised she needs retouches throughout the day. The unlikable kids are always the one that instigate negative behavior towards themselves and then cry about being bullied, from what I've seen. Other kids for name-calling and being jealous, you for being oblivious to how your daughter's actions are causing this stuff to happen to her. Teach her to be humble about stuff. As a parent, you can buy her whatever you so please. Teaching her good values should have happened before 13 though. Your daughter has learned a lesson about flaunting her possessions. I understand she's 13, but damn, she doesn't need luxury lipstick at that age. Especially if you are buying it for her. How is that going to help her understand the value of money? And she's 13. Yes, most kids like to start wearing makeup at that age, but there is no way I'd let a 13-year-old go to school with a $30 lipstick from Anastasia Beverly Hills or other brands. She doesn't need to be touching up her makeup at school. Being that age sucks so bad, and the kids are so mean. It's always something. If it wasn't this, it would be something else. Now I think it's not out of line to have a little talk about modesty and say, hey honey, most kiddos your age don't have YSL lipstick or whatever, so let's not rub it in their faces. She's learning the rules of social engagement and she needs your help navigating it. Poor ops kiddo. I'm 50 now, but a fond memory I have is my mom taking me to the Lancome counter for my 13th b-day and purchasing me makeup. I remember the 80s blue eyeliner and frosted pink lipstick. That's a nice mother and daughter bonding moment you had. I'm looking back, and I remember students looking in the mirror and applying their makeup quickly, and it was a non-issue. My mom was a teacher for 50 years, and I have heard her horror stories. Her students applying makeup in class was not one of them.